Shannon, how concerned should the Panthers be with Cam right now?
I don't think they should be concerned. When Tom Brady doesn't throw the ball over 20 yards, nobody says a thing. When Dink and Dak was dunking the ball down, ain't nobody say anything.
That was 2 years ago.
I'm just stop it, Skip. But I didn't ask you anything. Why are you always chiming in? I don't know, it's like a cue. And I say anything about Dak, and you got
point of order.
There ain't no point of nothing.
Reaction.
Yet. Look, Skip, you've been around Norv Turner. You're in Dallas when they were running, and Norv Turner is not a whole lot of deep balls. It's the bang eights, what we call the skinny post, and the deep five, which is the comeback route. So it's not like not like he's Patrick Mahomes, and that offense is just throwing the ball all the air yards. That's not what this offense is about. Christian McCaffrey was having a fabulous day running the football. He had a great day. They dump it to him, and he was making guys miss and getting yards in the pass game. Hence, the 209 total yards from scrimmage.
Yep.
But I'm not concerned about Cam's arm. We said the same thing about Andrew Luck. Everybody was overreacting, and Andrew Luck had the second most touchdowns in the NFL last year behind Pat Mahomes' 50. So I'm not concerned about him. I just think the thing is the defense will dictate whether or not he throws the ball over your head or not. But I'm not going to force it just to try to prove to some guys that my arm is fine. Let me just air it out 60 yards. For what?
Yep.
Give me the 15 yards, the 10-yard completion as opposed to the 40 yards incomplete because, well, his arm's okay. What good is that? He threw the ball 50 yards and it's incomplete. When he could have dumped it down or could have thrown a 10-yard route and got a completion out of it. So I'm not concerned about it. We'll keep moving forward. Now, here we are week 8, and it's the same thing. Then I'll be concerned. But in the first week, no, I'm not concerned.
Okay, I'll give you not concerned about his arm, but I am concerned about his head, about his
What,
body
do you need a haircut? Or you want him to comb his hair or what?
You know what? That's a decent point because that's a wild look, man. And
he goes through stages.
He does. You know, I used to love him. Loved him before the draft. Loved him in the MVP season. Loved the whole charisma that he just exudes charisma. When he's right, the world's right.
Right.
Best smile in sports. When it's right. And he got all the way to the precipice to the Super Bowl, and then the world fell on him. Von Miller kept falling, right?
Yeah.
And then I had no problem with his post-game reaction because he lost, and he was taking it hard and taking it to heart, but he did not present the best look for the franchise, as you recall, in the post-game.
Right.
And he took a lot of criticism for that.
Correct.
And ever since then, he's just sort of slowly faded. And his winning percentage since 2015 is 24th in the league among starting quarterbacks. Well, that obviously won't hack it.
Right.
And they lost a close game to the Rams. It was a very competitive game, but they lost. And he was dinking and dunking a lot in the game, and it was working because he targeted your little man Christian McCaffrey 11 times, and he caught 10 for 81 yards, and he's run. So their offense is being driven by that little man.
Right.
But the face of the franchise, the leader of that football team, still has to be this man.
Yeah.
And again, he gets it's like he shouldn't do the media sessions anymore because it just gets worse and worse because he takes it harder and harder. How dare you question me about this, about my arm strength? Well, then go ask the Tampa defense.
Right.
See if he's afraid of my arm. Yeah. And I get it because he's been almost to the mountaintop. He got right up there, you know, got to that last level, that base camp right below the peak, right? And then there was an avalanche, and it was an orange avalanche, and it went the wrong way. And now his body language gets worse and worse, and that look, he just looked frazzled yesterday. And he's been through a lot because here's the point. When you run as much as that, he's a huge man, but when you run that much and take that many hits at that position, it wears you out, man. It wears you down. And it looks like he's just taken such a beating that he's starting to look like a broken down fighter, you know, where you.
Well, he lost some weight because he felt he was playing too heavy.
Yep.
I think he's down around 245 now, and he was high as, I guess the estimate's probably 255, 260, but he's lost weight. I think he's totally vegan now.
Is he still?
Yeah, he went pescatarian for a while, but I think he's totally vegan now. So, but he looks good. Skip, I think the thing is that, and I don't know if Cam understood this at the time, but that once you go to the Super Bowl as a quarterback, or you win an MVP, your life is never the same. That's the level they expect you to play at.
Yeah.
Moving forward, they don't really expect you to ever have bad games again.
And he won the MVP.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so once you win the MVP
Okay.
or get your Super, he did both in the same year. He won the MVP and got his team to the Super Bowl. So that's the level of expectation that fans and the media and the writers, they expect because they see Tom Brady. Tom Brady plays like Tom Brady all the time. And Drew Brees and all these other guys, it's like.
Do you remember what they did to Seattle in that playoff game?
Yeah.
They
bum rushed them.
Oh.
They bum rushed them, put it with an avalanche.
Whew. Okay.
Yeah. So with that, Skip, I just think the thing is that, look, they expect him there, and there'll be a time. I think what hurt him is that they lost Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn went back to New Orleans. That was really the deep threat. Now, they did draft a guy. I think they got a draft, not this past season, but year before last.
DJ Moore?
Yeah, in the first round that can get deep.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Well, he got 7 for 76. Okay, so that worked.
Yeah.
Greg Olson's still there.
Right. But he's been nicked a lot lately.
He's been nicked.
And Cam normally plays his best when Greg Olson's on the field and plays his best because he's that security blanket. He can make tough catches. He can, bail Cam out a lot. But, C-Mac was running. He had a great day running the football, had a great day catching the football. And that's, it looks to me, that's where we're headed with the running back, Skip. The days of just being a running back are over. You must do multiple things. You must run and catch. You see Alvin Kamara. You see the Christian McCaffrey. Saquon.
Yep.
Yeah. You see all those guys that are multifaceted now. Even Zeke has added that to his repertoire.
He has. And Tony Pollard, of course.
There you go. Oh, the Alvin Kamara clone.
Same guy.
But
That guy.
Skip, I just would believe that when given the opportunity and the opportunity presents itself for Cam to put the ball over someone's head, I'll be looking for that. I'll be watching. We'll see. Because Tampa, because we know it's going to be, Jameson going to throw about 3 or 4 picks. So Cam will get an opportunity. He'll get more opportunity to throw the ball down the field.
So I never thought it would come to this, but Cam's stats are a little misleading. That's why I love QBR, because it really breaks down the stats into total impact of your. He was 25-39 for 239.
Right.
He didn't have any touchdowns, had 1 interception. The QBR was 17 on a scale of 0 to 100. The only worst QBR in the league on Sunday was Jameis. So you got Cam and Jameis, two guys I used to love, that are getting harder and harder to love.
Yeah.
And now they're head-to-head.
Jameis is a turnover. It's just a turnover. Skip, he hadn't broken that habit from when he came out of college.
What's going on?
His history was his history.
Yep.
His college history has become his pro history.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you mean to tell me somebody played worse than Trubisky? Well, I saw Jameis. Jameis stunk it up.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, man, yeah.
It wasn't good.
I'm glad he had on the pins because he right down the field, Jenny. Yeah, he did. He messed himself right on the
He
field.
had the pins on?
Yeah, he had to because we just saw it.
You did not.
Yeah, he did, Jenny. He had to.
Really?
Yeah, he was awful.
I would have liked to heard what Bruce Arians said behind closed doors about his quarterback, because he's
Hopefully
hard enough
nicer
on
than
his.
You
that.
should have heard what I said in front of the TV.
Really?
What the bleep, Jameis?
Well, now he gets Cam, or Cam gets Jameis.
Does Jameis know there are not 22 players on offense? You just can't willy-nilly throw the ball to somebody like, oh, that's a completion. No. Sometimes, I mean, you didn't see Sherm over there? Pick sixes left and right.
It's not a good sign.
Cam, who you got? Well, we going to bet this one. We bet this one. I got Cam.
Okay. Yeah.
I got Cam.
Do you?
Yeah, I got Cam.
Better
You taking
go on,
Tampa?
Skip.
Where's
You
the
wanna
game?
think
Tampa.
about it?
Is it in Tampa?
Yeah.
Not sure.
I'm not
Look
sure.
at me, you know.
We'll do this
I'm not sure
tomorrow.
where it
Okay, I'll
Okay,
go.
fine, we
I'll
got some
sleep
time.
on it.
We got some time.
Yeah.
We'll sleep on it. Think
Yeah.
about this one. Don't bring up Depends ever again.
Talk about
That's
that.
not a good sign. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.